Thank you.
Thanks.
And so for me, in the life flow is a place where I can also relax because I know that I'm supported by the universe. And I feel that I gain much, much greater trust. I lose the worry and the anxiety over things.
Good. And how would you describe flow?
How would I describe it?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, it's a vast, infinite space of consciousness, of all knowing. It's infinite. It's hard to describe, but it's always been there and it always will be. And
Continuous, yes.
yes.
And never ending. When I think of flow and the flow of life force, I think of the start of the universe, when this universe came into existence with a gush of life force that ushered out as another universe ended and this one began. So there's a coming forward of that life force that was used in the other universe. That one came to an end, and life force ushered out across the void to begin this universe. And if we go back to that point in time in our with our feelings and focus on where that flow is, how it comes and continues to cause the expansion of the universe, we'll begin to feel that flow coming through us. It's continuous, it can change, but it never ends. Energy never stops being energy. And this flow is what keeps us and holds this universe and feeds this universe and brings life into this universe and is ever expansive and flows through every one of us all the time. So we're going to go to that point where the universe starts, where it still is, where it still has life force coming in. And we're going to allow that energy, our consciousness, to stand in that energy. Most of the time we're in it, but we don't recognize we're in it because we're not paying attention to that. But this time, we're going to put our attention on life force flowing through us every moment of the day, all the time. Feeling it flow. How many of you can feel it flowing? Let me know when you can. Good. For some of you, there's a spiral quality to it as it moves through you. For others, it's more like rain moving through you. For some of you, it's a steady particulate of ions moving through you. Okay. And as the energy continues to come in, pay attention to both the source, where it enters this universe, beyond that to the originator of life force, the all consciousness. You may feel it even more strongly when you attention that. As it moves through you, feel what it brings to you. As it comes through you, it hits your molecules. It hits your particles. It enlivens each particle. And many of your particles will align. And as they align, allow the flow to move even more through you and in a more orderly fashion as you pay attention to the life force coming through you. How many can feel life force causing things to happen to their particles? So your particles are responding and getting excited and thrilled. And there are shifts and changes in your particles. They're ready to do things for you. I want you to consciously focus on what your particles are doing, how they're excited, and what your intuition is telling you, because you're in this steady flow that is filled with the all-knowing. Life force and all-knowing are all together one thing. What is it that your particles need to do? Pay attention and start doing it. For some of you, it's turn on more of your cells, do cellular repair in the brain, in the internal organs. For some of you, there are changes you need to take from inside of you to outside of you. Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams that are sitting in you and you can't get them out of you. Let the life force take them on through you and put them out around you so you can grab onto them and make them real. See it happening. See the life force beginning to manifest your hopes, your dreams. And sometimes there are things you're not aware of that are available in the life force for you. They're just yours. No one else is, just yours because of the space you occupy in the universe. So reach out with your mind and grab onto those too. And let them become real for you. There's some of you who want a career change. Let it manifest. It already exists. You have only to see it, feel it, know it, and make it real for yourself. Barb. And blow out. And blow. For some of you, there's a sense that you don't have enough love in your life. There are people waiting in this flow that want to connect with you because their flow and yours are compatible. They're near you as a space occupier in the flow of life. Come closer to them. Touch their consciousness and know that they will appear in your life once you've made this initial contact with them. People who love you in all kinds of ways. For some of you, I feel potential grandchildren. That haven't come yet, but they're there. And I want you to feel them too. And for a few, there are potential children. For some, a lover. For some, a spouse. For some, a choir who sings with you. Blow out. It's already in the flow. You make it manifest by paying attention to what's there. And there is expansion in your sense of consciousness because your particles have come so to attention. They are now expanding out and doing what life force does, being expansive. And magnanimous. For some of you, there is shifts in your liver, in your pancreas, in your spleen, in your bone marrow, in your bone density, in your brain, deep in the brains of some of you. Go out. There are some of you who want to build groups, to work with groups. And your groups are going to drop into your presence, those who are in agreement that a group is needed. and that it would be rewarding and fulfilling for you to be included with them and for they to be included with you. You may feel your group move through your consciousness. For some of you, your deceased loved ones who still retain reality in the life force because they're part of life are passing by you. Some stopping to spend a moment with you. Everything is in life force. The ever and eternal flow of life. Flow out. And that which giveth life. And blow out. For some of you, a building is coming into your consciousness, into your stream of life. You're to have a building and it is being built one brick at a time. For a few of you, that new career is just like hanging right here. Just pull it in a little more. Those of you who need your new career, just pull it into you. It's right here, right there. Pull it in. And a few of you don't know you want it yet. Pull it in anyway. If you feel something hanging right here, it's yours. Pull it in. It will do you good. Blow out. Blow. How many of you have become like a fountain with the life force filling you up and coming back out and running around again and flowing back out? Let me know. This is as it should be. You've become a fountain of life. And those things which you are manifesting are in the bottom of the fountain, getting ready to just appear. Some of you will have some miracles over the next few weeks, maybe months, but pretty rapidly coming into existence. Blow out. And those of you who are fatigued by life, you don't need to be that way. Just stand here. There's no fatigue that can overcome this flow, because it has all you need in it. Your cells are even replicating more quickly. You may feel your heartbeat speed up. And your body is more excited. How many feel your heart beating strong and steady? Good. You should feel it more. Good. Blow out. Then you're going to feel your skin more than you did. If your skin needs assistance, talk to it. Now's the time to do it. Clear up skin. Don't break out any more skin. Be creamy and beautiful skin. Stop enlarging pores. Whatever your skin needs, talk to it, because it's listening. And you will feel modifications in your skin cells. Some of you may tingle. The other thing I sense happening is some are maybe not completely satisfied with the lines on their face, because the energy is rejuvenating some of the lines on your face. Not everyone's, but many of you. Your skin's getting tighter. Blow out. In this place of complete and total immersion, complete and total going with the flow, being in the flow, becoming the flow. There's peace and no fear. Whatever is in it is in your best interest. So you need not fear having it. It wouldn't be offered to you otherwise. Blow out. Blow. There is a release of anxiety because fear, as I said, cannot exist here. It has no place. It's never had a place in your life. It's all about trust and letting go of the need to control anything, because it's already perfect for you. when we stand in this state of awareness in never-ending life force, aware, 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 we see that all things are in our best interest. We see how we have created and how we will continue to create. We see how we have manifested and will continue to manifest, and how to do it more consciously in a steady stream. As our fears all wash away. As we become ever more aware. So aware that we can hear things calling our name. We feel pulled to the music of the universe as it delivers to us personally. And that washes over you. The personally delivered name of you. As it is spoken, with meaning, with the meaning of you in it. And you find out more about who you are. Unlimited beingness. Powerful creator. Master of your own path. So many of you are starting to look like the Hindu gods that have many hands. You're all reaching out into this life force and just, oh, there's some and there's some, and I think I'll have me some of that, you know, and you're bringing it in. And it's just sitting there with you, becoming more and more real. And in comes a great stream of knowledge. That part of life force that is the all knowledge. Take in as much of it as you can. Your education is never ending and ceaseless, because all existence is never ending and ceaseless. And existence is experience. And your past and current and future experience is consolidating for you. So that you have more access, more memory, so that you remember the earth being created and why you chose to come here, and how many other planets you've lived on, and how many portals you've come through. And your star map across this universe and the one before, and some others that exist coincidentally with this one. You see more about how vast you really are. And you internalize it. And the resources available to you from your own vastness become more available to you. Here, now, in this place, in this time, where all the life force that you've ever been and ever will be combines in the here and the now. And then you move with it. Seeing all the locations that you will arrive at. Becoming knowledgeable of those locations. Prepared for them before your body actually gets there. Fully prepared. You will have much more sense of this is already a done deal. I've been here, done that. So it's easy peasy from now. And it will be. And it is. And I see your trail of learning. And I feel you opening up your trail of learning and looking back through it. For it has led you here, and it will lead you on. And that trail of learning, occupying all those places that you've prepared for. And I can see you picking out your next set of clothes. That next body you will appear in. And the one after that. And the one after that. Also now a done deal. Blow out. And blow. And there is the essence of take what you're offered. as each of you are offered from another part of yourself. The next gifts you need to uncover, to flourish, to provide for yourself. So feel what the gifts are. Open them up and accept them into yourself. Blow out. Some of you needed to have more peace. Some of you needed to have more joy. Some of you needed to have more health. Some of you needed to have more confidence and belief in your abilities. Some of you needed some additional memory. It's installing additional memory for you. Some of you needed a place to put your bitterness that isn't inside of yourself, but that allows it to transmute and return to you as endless flowing energy. Blow out. And awake, awaken, awakened, written large across your brow. Time to achieve. For many of you, it is as though reeds are appearing to make your basket. Weave the reeds together into your next good deed that fulfills you, that brings you closer to God, that helps you achieve your lifelong dream of being the best person that you can be. As you are fed by spirit, as you are acknowledged in life force, and as you are fully capable So giving recognition to your capability, fully capable. There's no need to hesitate. If you take a step, you will get to where you need to be. If you think you're falling, you're not, you will land on your feet. Blow out. And blow. Some of your throats are opening better. And untruth is leaving your body. Untruth is leaving your mind. Those things we tell ourselves that inhibit us from living our best life, that inhibit us from fully completing our spiritual journey, that keep us from seeing ourselves as we really are. Blow out. And now a specialty ray, your next ray of acquisition. And what I mean by that is each of us acquire new attributes in every life. And in this one, you are acquiring a new specialty. It is signified by the acquisition of a ray of attainment. So pay attention to any color that you see now. See the acquisition of your ray of attainment. Some of you may have more than one. And let yourself expand into these rays, fully encompass the rays, sit with them. It's quite an accomplishment you have. Blow out. And then the doorway to complete fulfillment opens. You're to stand in this portal and look inside and see what that means for you. It already exists. There's not really anything to long for. It's already here. But step through the doorway, because even though it's here, you've locked yourself out of it a little bit by as standing in a separated space from it. Open the door and become the fulfillment space. Fulfilled. Complete. You are not alone. You are never alone. You are rich and deep and filled with love and compassion and strength. Endless future. And where you are, night cannot exist. For you are the light. So there can be no dark night of the soul. For that is a failure to see yourself as you are. Blow out. Count all the tools in your toolbox. And if you see an empty tool holder, put a new one in it. Now, choose it, put it there, instill it, make it yours. Here is the place where all things are possible. Just make it yours. Afraid to speak in public? Stick it in your toolbox. Afraid of being judged? Non-judgment in your toolbox. For you and anybody else. And better yet, put, I'm the only one that matters. If I do something, it is my opinion that counts of what I have done. Good. And look for hidden drivers. Things that have been driving you that maybe aren't in your best interest, but are revealed in this flow of utter life force. Because they will appear as detriments to an even flow. And just banish them. Afraid of not being smart enough? Heck with that. Banished. Afraid you're not worthy? Heck with that. Banished. Worried you'll make a mistake? heck with that. Vanished. And any others, they're flying away. Can't retain their shape in the endless life force, which is truth and love and purity and goodness, fulfillment. And the ability to create. And yours to do with as is in your best interest. For you stand in the totally interconnected. Let yourself feel across all the grid work of the universe how everything fits into place. And that you're standing right where you need to be. To achieve the most learning, the best human being coming out of it or staying in it. And that you are already that. Perfect unto the day. Each day, prepared to be the best person you can be that day. And then the next day, the best person you can be that day. And if you look back on your trail, seeing that that was ever true, it's just that you have more experience under your belt. So the best you today is not the same as the best you yesterday, is not the same as the best you 10 years ago. And if you stretch it out in a timeline, it's not the same as the best you 10 years from now. But it's perfect unto the day. You will serve yourself what you need today. This moment, this time, this instant. And more of your building blocks fall into place. More of your understanding clicking together. You do not need to judge yourself. Just always be that best person for that day. And that's all we're ever asked to be. And that's part of standing in the flow. there is a change of the code inside of your core. More revealed for you. More available to you. And you go. You shine. You star as a placekeeper. One of the communication nodules that the universe uses to inform each of us and all of us. Everyone has an important job and are perfectly positioned to do their job. And it takes every one of us to fabricate this universe. See the truth of that. Each of us vital in our role. Each of us precious in our role. Nothing wasted. And then return your attention review again those things you are recreating. And know that you will finish your creations. And it will serve the greater good. And so it is. And so shall it be. Who all saw a ray of attainment? Good. Anyone want to share a color or what that ray was for you? Iris?
I saw a rainbow.
Many rays of attainment. Excellent.
Thank you.
Elizabeth?
I saw magenta.
What does that mean to you? Elizabeth, what does that mean to you?
Oh, a closeness with Archangel Mariel and messages that are going to come through, and more wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah, I get the words messenger of God. You will be a messenger of God. Barb?
I saw a magenta, a little more on the purple. And I
So
saw
slight
that,
variation. Yeah. Go ahead.
I just see that as vibrancy, like a shot of energy.
Oh, wow. You could
I
probably
get
use that.
Yeah,
Great. There's also a quality of returning to life in it, from like a rest period. There's a quality of returning to life that's very nice there. And your returning to life will be with even more knowledge and even more resolution to be the best you can,
thank you.
have the best life possible. Anyone else have a red? Yeah.
Hi, Wanda.
Oh, sorry, I
Go
thought she
ahead.
was me.
Go,
Okay,
Jo.
so I got yellow and then a shade of purple or magenta, not sure which, and then some lime green. And the yellow came first, very definitely.
Very good. What did those mean to you?
I'm still sorting that out.
I'd go look them up, but I can also talk with you about that tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking part of it was joy. And I also got the sense that the lime green would be an ability to soothe others who need soothing and uplifting. It's a little bit fuzzy still, but I felt that that's the gist of it, that it would be refreshing, uplifting kind of a.
Right, that was the word I got, the ability to refresh yourself and others.
Oh, okay.
And
love that.
refresh as in that ability to return us to source, who we are, into our sense of like, ooh, we're newborn on this earth and everything's an opportunity, that kind of feeling. Very
Beautiful the way you said that. Thank you.
And Christine?
Yeah, so the first color that I got was a cobalt blue, and it felt courage, and was the word that came in right along with it. But then after that, one by one, just like Iris, I was getting the rainbow. So even and it was like almost like all of the chakras, to include the aquamarine and the magenta, but all of the others one by one, right after the other, just kind of like this, going out, out, out. So I thought that was very interesting.
A state of expanded consciousness is what I get. That is you achieving the ultimate for yourself as expanded consciousness in this life and beyond. So,
Thank you.
anyone else want to share? Carolyn?
Okay, yes. Mine was magenta also, and with a sort of a lavender movement around, moving into, flowing back and forth between those two. and it was a warm color that was very reassuring and calming. But it's funny, it's calming with a vibrancy. I don't know, understand it.
Because you can have complete vibrancy and calmness at the same time. You can be ready to go and calm about it.
Okay.
I have a sense that there's a part of you that's ready to go, but you haven't been calm about it. And that is no longer true.
Okay.
What you're ready to go to is not saying, but you know what you're ready to go to, what you're ready to begin.
Okay.
And it there will be no challenge to it.
Okay.
And you'll understand that in a few days.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, there are a few things on the horizon. So yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Anyone else? Ralph, I'll come back to you. Ralph.
Yeah, every time I looked at it, I saw a different color, and then finally a kind of a color wheel of many colors. And in the middle of that, kind of a crystal-shaped object with a gold wire that wrapped spirally, and with the downloads of light coming to me with that.
Pretty impressive. Good deal. And hi there. Yes.
Hi. Oh, I can't do it.
I'm sorry.
It's Cynthia?
Oh, Cynthia. Okay. I
All
was
of a sudden-
hiding Rosalind's thing there, but I don't think that's Rosalind. Is that Rosalind?
Yeah, I can't
I'm
see you
here.
now.
Okay.
That's not Rosalind.
We'll come back to you, Cynthia. I was calling on Rosalind, but I couldn't tell for sure if that was Rosalind. It's a little small.
That's all right. I can't see you now, so I'll figure it out while you talk.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I actually I saw violet and I saw purple and I saw a tunnel, and often see like eyes, like an eye, almost like the third eye or something in there. But I also saw this time I saw a yellow ball, almost like the sun, that turned into a orb in the hands, with a eagle coming out of it.
That has a feel of like divine intelligence, an intelligence that is often some shades of yellow are connected with joyousness, and some are connected with a kind of the intelligence behind the universe. And that's the feel that one has. The intelligence behind the universe, like you connected with it better. And it will help direct you in your life, in some decision making. And beyond that, in understanding how things work.
Yeah, it felt like I always see I see the eagle as like a messenger from God, like a spirit, totem, like, bringing messages. So that rings true. Thank you.
Good. And Cynthia.
I can't see you now.
We could see you just then.
Oh,
Now
you
we can
did?
see
Oh,
you again.
yeah, but isn't that funny? I can't see you now. I don't know
I'm
why.
not sure why, but we can see you.
I've been on a my vibration has been changing, I think, because I've been at a trade show all day long, but somebody needed help. And I gave him it. And then through the day, when I gave it to him again, the Reiki healing, it shifted and I was expanding all of a sudden to a bigger area. And all of a sudden it wasn't just my green and blue but I was also getting the lavender and a white light. And now my whole body is like pulsing.
Anybody else still pulsing? Quite a few people, I think.
Yeah,
That feels
it's been a day of that. It's been
a good day.
yeah, no, I'm there's a mantra that I say with the violet light. I'm here to let my people go. Those were the last words in the mantra that I say. And my world expansion, all of a sudden they had a whole new meaning for me. They had yeah, I've been kind of crying all day long. I guess I also feel more pain, but but those words, all of a sudden, I understand why I was taught them all those years ago.
Excellent. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, did anyone want to talk about the gift that they found? Alice?
Wanda, I just wanted to comment on Cynthia's thing. I did not see a color. I saw white light. And so the whole time, as I kept listening to your words, it was like I was absorbing and almost like the Michelin Man going out and out and out and out, and recognizing that everything you said was a version of the same thing, but giving us a different explanation, a different way to understand it in order to reach everybody out there. And just to reinforce what Cynthia said about the mantra, one thing I read this morning through Joshua David Stone's Complete Ascension Manual was that God created the universe by repeating a mantra, and that he encourages us to use any mantra we want, and especially the different names for God, and to use those and give to say that daily. I mean, to constantly think it and everything. And I, I think that can help us with the prayers that we are continue to send to Ukraine, to Putin, to have this insanity stopped in that. But anyway, that was my experience today.
Well, it reminds me of in the beginning was the word.
Yeah.
And the word.
Well, thank you for that. That means a lot, because when I was doing this and I was crying with the people that were needing help physically, and I told them this is so important because what was happening. And then I said to them, and then she asked me, but let's not forget the pain and the things that are going in our own country.
Mm-hmm.
And that was interesting. So you just added to that we all are taking it, and our energy is like a wheel on a wheel with spokes, and we're all doing it, and it's all reaching and expanding. So it's not just like the one, it's a whole. The Reiki might be the hub, but it's all together. We're a bigger group with our energy, giving love and light to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ash Walker added that he saw green, and that's his favorite color, so it makes sense. And he had a lot of small muscle twitching during the session that we had. Does anyone else have anything to add? We're gonna run out of time here, so we probably have to get on to the prayer in just a minute. So if you have anything you want to add about what we did.
I'd like to add something. I wasn't looking for a color. So I never was looking for that. I just experienced it as healing. I experienced it as being as a guided meditation where I felt very centered and peaceful, and all sorts of things opened up to me as not only possible, but real. It was
Yes.
it was just extremely beautiful, and something that in my earlier life I might have held, believed, and lived much more than in recent years. Only it opened it all up again, and I just felt what I've needed to find and reach and see. I felt taken to and more, and I'm grateful.
Apparently, so is your bird.
That's right.
Buddy is very agreeable. Yes.
He's nodding his head.
It's a grand.
He's adorable. He or she,
He. Yeah.
quite adorable. And also just madly in love with you, and part of his aura and your aura are joined together.
Oh,
It's so beautiful.
They form a heart.
very nice. Very nice.
So Wanda, I have a question for you. You mentioned at some point about a name. Is that a name that is new to us? Is that a name that we have now? And repeating it. So do you recall that part of it, and what did that mean?
The name was personal to each one of you, and it was the name that was spoken when the thought form that is your part of the live stream came into existence. So it was sort of God speaking you into existence, and I can't pronounce it. And to me, it just felt like a huge vibration running through everyone that was their original concept.
Uh-huh. So is it unique to each of us?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, each of you got a different name. So how many people could feel that when we talked about it, that feel the power of that? That was very strong.
Yes.
All right, anything else right before we say the prayer?
Oh, God bless you all.
Bless you, honey. Bless you.
You were all so beautiful, and you're all just shiny bright. You were already, and you just added, you just shined a little bit more. So it's lovely to sit here with all you light beings and feel your presence and shine with you for a moment. So I love you all.
We love you.
Love you back, Wanda.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry. You always I tear up. All right. Anybody want to say the name of someone that they want to receive healing in our prayer? You can just say it out loud all at the same time, and we'll cover them.
Gary,
Sasha, Victor,
Nick,
Anthony, Sarah,
Ingo
Kimberly,
Monte.
Leo, Max,
Joanne,
Victor,
Robbie,
Maybu,
Afsane,
Tamar,
Lori,
Eddie,
Rondo,
John.
oh,
Michael, Christopher, Daniele, myself,
Robbie, a special
Linda, my sister
all the
Ann,
animals in the
Myself.
world,
Man.
Dominic,
all of humanity.
and
my family, the earth.
all my friends.
Andrea.
All right. We're gonna say the prayer for healing for you and
Bentley,
me
and
and all of them. And
Ukraine.
absolutely. Everyone. Divine Infinite Spirit, thank you for being with us.
Wanda, you got muted. You're muted.
Okay.
There.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right. I don't know what happened. Divine Infinite Spirit, thank you for being with us, for being one with us, for flowing through us and all around us. We ask that we are clear, centered, grounded, balanced, aligned, and filled with light, love, peace, and joy. We ask for the help of the ascended beings, the masters, the guides, the angels, for energy from divine source, for the source that is God in our lives. And we send healing to all those mentioned, to everyone in this group, out through the United States, across the oceans, around the world, so that anyone who needs it receives it and feels connected and contacted and in the flow of healing. Blessed be. Love you all.
Thank you so much, Wanda.
Thank you so much, Wanda. Much
Thanks.
love to you.
Thank
and
you.
everyone.
Thank
Love.
you, Wanda.
So much.
Thank you, Wanda.
Love you all.
I love you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Alice.
Hi. Oh, is he cute? Oh,
Alice and Donna. Bye, Cynthia. Bye, Jane.
bye-bye.
Bye.
I was gonna check in with you too. Bye, Cynthia.
Great. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you. That was wonderful. And I think everybody could have stayed on probably another hour, with the comments and question, and just in general, I just felt personally, I just felt the love just kind of reverberate. It's wonderful. And all I kept saying, Wanda, is that, and I took the number down. There were 35 people. There was 37 at the top, but then 35 at the end, which in saying the prayer, and that's 35 to the 35th power. So that's billions and billions and billions and billions of, probably maybe even into the trillions of power of the prayer. So that was fantastic.